Hey, we're back with another budget and cash stuffing for my week one of May. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So I have the Easy Cash weekly planner from Salisa over at Budget Beautifully Me and You, something like that. I'll tag her down below. She has some really good stuff and some really good videos. I love watching her videos and her insights. Okay, so I filled this out already. I added some stickers for May. I included the dates, and the green are my bills, and I have my paydays. So let me so today is the 7th. I'm gonna put, how much did I get? So I did $453 and some change, but I'm just gonna do $453, and I'm gonna check off what was taken out, and I'm supposed to have 15 no spend days. Actually, let me check and see how I'm looking with that. Okay, so I feel like I'm a little bit all over the place just because this is a little bit new for me. If you don't know, I'm a teacher. I was a kindergarten, first grade teacher in the Middle East, and then I came back to the States in December because my mom passed away. And then I, been here for a while, recently got a job. And so I am redoing all my budgets and all the things. I started in Kuwait. I had like my whole setup and everything, and then I had to come back and pivot. And so I'm still getting into a groove that I think I want to get into. It's so hard because a lot of the times I'm like, oh, I want things to go this way or to look this way or certain things to happen first before I come and record. And so now I'm like, oh, because I know everybody does things a little bit differently. And so I was trying to figure out, okay, do I want to just budget with me and then catch stuff in a different video? Do I want to track, because everybody does like their weekly tracking and things like that. And I've been trying to figure out what works best for me. But yesterday, or was it just morning, I was like, you know what? No, let me just record. Let me figure it out, because the same way that I can watch people and see their progress and see how they move and they change and they adapt, I can do the same thing for myself, because I've been watching Salisa's videos, like I said, who this book is by. And she just did all different types of videos. Like none of her videos are always the same. Other people I've started watching, I watch budgeting by Kendra, or with Kendra. And sometimes she like will do her stuff and then she'll backtrack, and I'm like, oh yeah, girl, like that's really good that you're still on it, because even though I'm not recording, I'm still budgeting and I'm still taking notes. I'm still expense tracking and all the things. I just, for whatever reason, my brain is not like finished in my mind, and I can watch other people's videos and cheer them on. So why not, start I have to start somewhere. And so as I start, I will improve and things will flow a little bit smoother. So here is to me starting and hoping for the best. So I'm not sure what format, what style, how it's gonna look, or not how it's gonna look, if I'm gonna like how it looks, but I'm still going for it. So I'm starting from somewhere. So with that being said, I wrote out all of my days. I wrote out the days that I'm supposed to be getting some type of, money coming in. And then I wrote out my, I wrote out my bills that I have that's coming in. I wanted to do 15 no spend days, but what I started doing, because I didn't have the money for the bills set aside already, I was counting all of the days that the money came out also as like a spend day, just because I didn't have before. I was a month or 2 months ahead, and so when the bills came out, I wasn't tracking it as an expense because it was already like the money was already set aside. But because now I don't have the money set aside, I'm going to include it as an expense. So today is Thursday the 7th. I got $453, and sadly I can't. So the days that the bills are coming out, I count those as spend days. And then unfortunately I bought some other stuff these other days, and I can't I don't have any spend days for this week. So this money is supposed to be for the following week. So I got paid today. I got money today, and so this should hold me over until the next day, which is the 14th. And then I put down here, so for this month, is this erasable? Oh no, I didn't do this in the erasable. So for this month, I want to do only $500 towards the sinking funds and only 144 towards the tax, and then credit card. I think I had to do $685. I want to make sure that I keep to this $685 because this was like my previous balance, but you'll see when I do my budget. So these are so I know at the top it says expense tracker, but I have in my everyday planner, I have these expense trackers from the Happy Planner that every day I would go, every 2 days or however often I would go in and I would write, whatever I bought and what I need to pay back. On this side, I write the bills that's due that particular week. And then I would check it off and change, if it was a different day, if it came out, if it increased, that kind of thing. And on the expense tracker here, I would write, if it's cash, debit, credit, and then I check I have some things to pay back. So again, while I'm doing the budget, you will also see some of this, payback within the budget for this week. All right. So because of that, I wanted to still utilize this page, and I'm not going to do it as an expense tracker. So I'm just going to use it as a monthly sinking funds because Salisa's book doesn't include like sinking funds tracker. And so before, when I had my setup, I had like my own printer and I had like all the stuff, so I was able to print and all the things. And so as of right now, I'm trying to be I want to be as cost effective as possible, use what I have, use the spaces that I have. And you'll see even with like the weekly budget, I'll show you where I did it, before I even, like a kind of like mock up before I even came here. So these are my categories. These are my binders. So I have New York Adventures, personal, Sophie, she's my cat, school because, school because I'm a teacher. Then there's travel, there's bills, there's one, then there's, so there's two different binders. There's bills 1, and then there's bills 2, which is annual and monthly bills. And then at the bottom, it says future me, which is where I'm saving for home stuff and a new car. So here it says, I'm learning my money flows with intention, not pressure. Therefore, I choose ease. Hold on. So in the monthly budget planner, for this month, I just wrote out all of the things that I had, and then I don't have any like totals or specific amounts that I want to put because I haven't really gotten a good sense of how much I'm going to be bringing in each month. As of right now, I just work with what I get, week by week. So I'm not sure if I'll be using this cash stuffing tracker as of yet, but for now, I'm going to be doing the weekly budget planner. And so for that, I have another one of these papers from the Happy Planner. It's like one of the half sheets. So this side, I'm tracking like my walking. I haven't done it. I have to, add how many steps I did, what's the miles, and then a water tracker. So I'm getting there. I thought about buying a something from the Aesthetic Dollar. I saw, oh my gosh. I always blank on people's names. It's crazy. And not that I blank on their name. I think I blank on their channel name because her name is like Lila. And she had a like separate pad from the Aesthetic Dollar where it was basically a weekly budget, like a planner thing that you can just rip the pages out. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I should get that. And then I'm like, the purpose is I'm trying to save money. Not spend money. And even doing this, I realized that you'll see like I have so much money that I spent using my credit card for eat out and like all the things. And I really need to sit down and do this and actually see where the money goes, see how it's working, how it's not working. Because honestly, I think because I'm not, you know, actually writing it out and checking, I'm not actually paying attention to where my money is going, and I need to, because I'm not making as much money as I would like, or the money isn't stretching as much as I would like, and that's because I'm, you know, eating out and doing other things. So I'm going to add the stuff in, and then I will walk you through. Okay, so I added in for week 1. I had $453, and then so for my monthly bills, it's $21. This is gonna stay in my checking account. The bills 1, it's $130. This I transferred it to my bills account. You'll see when I do, you know, cashed up. And then future me, again, this is also digital. So everything here is digital, $171. The transport, so in New York City, we have the Omni. So they switched the Metro cards for the Omni card. So I just did this automatically digital. I do have this in cash. So I'm gonna circle what I actually have in cash. So this I have in cash. Actually, the bills, $130. It's gonna be, I'm just gonna put like a little star because I have the prop money that I'm gonna stuff in my binder, and then future me also prop money. This is the only one that's cash. Credit card I paid, so I'm not gonna be stuffing that. And so this one here, this other Omni, so this was part of the stuff that I needed to pay back, that I used my credit card to pay back. And so this is already paid back to the credit card. I had taken out some money from my personal sinking funds, and so I just, you know, paid it back. So again, not cash stuffing or not doing anything with that. So for this week, I'm just gonna be cash stuffing for my bills, so the tax, the emergency fund, and then at the bottom the future me, because I didn't really have much else to spare, and then I have cash for the groceries. So that's pretty much it for this week. Just a lot of paying back stuff and, you know, trying to make things work the best way I can. So let's get to the minimal cash stuffing, I guess.